Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tayen. If you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. I have a book that I want to discuss. I just got this in the mail, I think Tuesday. Today's Thursday. And I just kind of proofread some of it. I got her first book, and it was amazing. I read it all the way through, okay? And then I got one of Zecharia Sitchin's book, and it really helped to bring so much clarity and light to what Vera Courtenay is speaking about. But it's called The Age of I Know, Unmasking the Musicians, Our Religions Exposed. And this is a really dear sister of mine. We used to be a part of Jehovah's Witness religion. And it's amazing because when I first awakened to my twin flame journey about 2 years ago, another sister who was also a Jehovah's Witness introduced me to her, and we became really good friends, and we are still good friends to this day. And she did my first natal chart reading. I'll never forget it. And my husband was just etched in my chart like white on rice. She said, "Who is this Pisces energy? Because they are just like interwoven throughout your whole entire life. This person is just like a Siamese twin," is what I remember her saying. And I said, "That's my husband. He's my twin flame." She said, "Oh my God, this makes so much sense because you guys mirror each other perfectly." And she said, "If you can just get over some of these hard lessons that you guys have created for yourselves, you'll have a beautiful romance." And so that took me down memory lane when I looked at her book. And so I wanted to let you guys know, if some of you are still on the fence about religion, this is a perfect book to get because it definitely helps you to know about the Anunnakis and the gods of the Bible and who they really are and how they are reharvesting your soul. When you're worshiping them, they want you to stay in worship. They want you to die faithfully because they're harvesting your soul for energy, for light. Yes, they are still in your light. And I won't give it all away. Please get this book. It will give you so much information, more so than what I am able to give you. It is worth the $28 that I paid from Amazon. And I got the shipping for free, of course, because I'm a Prime member. But, oh my goodness, you guys. I wanted to feature this. Shout out to my girl, Vera Courtenay. I love this book. I have it on my nightstand, and I have been reading out of it since I have gotten it in the mail. All right, so let's move on from here. All right, let me go ahead and call in some help, and I'll go ahead and channel this beautiful reading. I call in all 6 elements. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon Yadhe to be able to give me the information that is necessary for this beautiful reading in all directions, time and space, past, present, and future. And so it is. All right. Right out the gate. No filters, no chasers. This divine masculine that I'm channeling for the DF reading today is a master manipulator. I feel like your person, Divine Feminine, has had you in this back and forth energy for so long. They have been trying to move towards you, but instead, I don't know what is their motive and why they have been doing you like this, but they've been entertaining third parties, why they've been entertaining you. You are the person that they've had on a side, and they have had main relationships with other people. And I feel like that has always been the case since you and your divine counterpart have been in a relationship. They have always had you in a third party relationship. And this person, now they're awakening to this divine union. I feel like they're more connected, more now than they ever have been, to the spiritual realm. And so source energy and the angels are guiding and directing this person back to you. But I feel that they've been on some bullshit. They really have done a number on you emotionally, physically, psychologically, mentally, and even spiritually too. I even feel that this person have casted the spell to keep you stuck while they went to entertain third parties. But in the energy that they're currently in at this moment, they are in their own carnival, which is represented by this card. They're going around and around on this merry-go-round, okay? And as you can see, all they need to do is just break out of the illusion. I feel that this person was always in competition with you. And because of them being in competition with you, the reason why they're not with you, honestly, is because they've been competing with you. They've been wanting to do everything that you do outside of the union just to show you that they can live without you. And this person, I believe that they finally realized how deep this union is, and that they have held on this long for a reason. It hasn't been just you holding on. Both of you guys have been holding on, and this person hasn't stepped forward. They haven't came clean about the way that they feel for you, because they know that once they admit what is really going on, you're going to hold them to their word. This person has met their match. Oh yeah. This person has met their match when they met you, honey. I'm hearing the angels are telling me that you are a fireball. In a good way. And you will bring heat if heat needs to be brought to the situation. And I feel like you often are the cool water of the relationship, but sometimes you can be the steamy water, okay? You can turn up the heat if heat needs to be brought to the situation. And I feel like this person, they have fooled themselves in this illusion long enough. As you can see, here is Pinocchio. That represents the lies, the deception, the manipulation, the change in the relationship dynamic has been whole in part this person's doing. I believe that they have casted many nets in the waters trying to find other fishes. And they truly have been looking for love in all the wrong places, and really looking for love in all the wrong faces, trying to replace you, trying to reinvent the wheel, and it just hasn't worked out for this person. And so now I believe that they're getting off of this carousel. They no longer want to go around and around and around, because they're becoming bored with love. The people that they have involved themselves with, at the beginning, the rosy colored glasses are on. Everything's exciting. Everything's new. Yay, we're in love. I love you. You love me. We love each other. And boom, what happens? All of the problems that this person has swept under the rug with you instantaneously resurfacing in each relationship that they have been in. And this person, unbeknownst to themselves, couldn't quite figure out why they were being dealt lessons after lessons, why they kept on having cosmic ass whooping after ass whooping, because they are hard-headed. This person is so bent on their own will that I feel that the universe had to finally step in to show this person that they don't have any control, and they don't have the power and the control that they think that they have. This person has been the type of person that have gotten away with so much in their life that they feel that they're infallible, they're untouchable. Nothing can stop them, nothing can deter them, because they are so strong-willed. But guess what? Circumstances and change of events have happened lately. I feel like some of these things that have happened in their life, this person is intentionally keeping away from you, because had you known what is really going on and what the 411 really is, you would permanently cut this person off. Twin flame, no flame, even if it's Jesus Christ. You would cut this person off at the drop of a hat because of the information that they have. And so they are going to carry this to the grave if they can. And I feel that this person, they really done you like that. You didn't even think that they would do you like that, but they did you exactly the way that you did not even dream of them doing, because that was their whole agenda. I feel like for some of these divine masculine to get with you, it was an agenda. It was a hidden agenda. They did not seek you out for love. But I feel like once they got into the relationship with you, they fell so knee deep and so hard that it scared the shit out of them. And so they ran shitless running, trying to get away from this because they were so knee deep in love that they didn't even know how to see straight, think straight. And everything that was on their mind was just you. And they felt like you put a spell upon them because that's what they did to you, because they wanted to keep you stuck. They wanted to make sure that they secured their investment. So yes, the divine masculine that I'm speaking of, and please hear me out, ladies. This does not apply to all of you. This only applies to a select few. This divine masculine put a spell on you. And the reason why he's not with you is because he is not only by himself in this occult practices, he has a group of people, friends and family alike, that they all do rituals together. And this is a protection from you. But he's gotten to this point where he's wanting to leave that life alone. Okay. And the reason why he stayed away from you too is because he wanted to protect you. And now the universe has awakened him to the point that, honey, divine feminine is already divinely guided, loved, and protected. There is no protection from this standpoint, divine masculine, besides for you to remove yourself. And I feel like this is exactly what he's doing. Because remember, he was in the carnival. He was in, everything was all good. The glitz, the glam, the luxury living, the cars, all of that. Everything that he could ever imagine, everything he could ever want, he has. But there was one thing that was missing. And this was his soul contract with you. He was missing true love. He was missing spirituality, you see. And now I think that he's bowing out from that situation gracefully, which is represented with this card. You see the doves that are here. That stands for purification and pure love. You cannot replace love that is pure and intrinsic with something that is fake and plastic. And so this divine masculine is opening himself up to love again. He knows that within his heart of hearts, he never stopped loving you from the beginning. He never stopped loving you from the first place, you see. And so he knows he has nothing to prove. He was at first being a people pleaser, scattering his forces, trying to please everybody. And guess what? He was the one that was suffering in the end. And so now he is at this place where he knows that he has to turn his back on everything for love. He has climbed the highest mountains. He has traveled through the deepest valleys when it comes to this love. Now he is opening himself up to the untested possibilities of what this love has to offer, because he's already tested the waters elsewhere. And those waters were murky, muddy, dirty. It doesn't have to take for someone to get an STD to realize that they should only be sleeping with one person. I feel like your divine masculine has slept with many. Okay? Many is more than few. But in the fact of him sleeping around, I feel like he knew that there was something that was missing, because just like Trey Songz says, sex ain't better than love. And although he tried to love all these different people, it still brought him back to divine femme. And as you can see, there is a mother on a card with a mask on holding this baby. This represents how the divine masculine feels about you, divine feminine. He feels that you have this nurturing spirit that is about you. You would oftentimes nurse this divine masculine back to health just for him to run right back out and go to a third party situation, you see. But the divine masculine is not stupid. He is realizing the connection between the two of you. He knows that even in his own stupidity and his own shit show that he causes for both of you, he thinks, or he has thought, that there was no repercussions for his actions, but everything is coming back full circle for him. And now he needs to be nursed again. He is the wounded warrior. And there's only one person that can heal him, and that's you. And now he's waking up to that, even though you have this mask. This mask is being represented because of the mystic qualities of your healing, not because of deception. And as this mother coddles her baby, the divine is asking you at this moment that when the divine masculine return back to you, because he is coming back to you, do not enable him. You can help him, but strike a healthy balance between how much help you have, because this is still his lesson. And I know you, divine feminine, because I am one myself. We like to take everything on. And source energy is telling you right now as a warning, don't you take it all on. Allow him to be responsible and allow him to be the man that God has called him to be for you. Whether that be professionally, financially, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Okay? Next, you have the woman in the mirror. The woman in great expectations, who her only companions were her illusions. Okay? Those false companions and those false senses of security. I feel like this is what the divine masculine did when he ran away from you, honey. All of his illusions, all of those grasses that were greener on the other side, all of those, whirlwind romances that he would have with these women that will be better than yours, all of these career opportunities and advancements that he would have, making more money than what he ever made with you. He stepped to the other side and only got just maybe 3% of what he set out to accomplish. Now, I'm not going to say that some of the divine masculines did not meet success when they came out of the union and went to explore the other side of the relationship. Some of them have, but it was short-lived. It was only temporary. It was a test. It was a test to see if they would stand the test of time. Would they fulfill the divine contract between you and Source? This card is represented by the marionette. This is your divine masculine. He is the puppeteer playing the marionettes. He truly controlled this relationship. He even used it against you of why he's not in the relationship. Made it seem like you were flawed. Made it seem like you had issues. And I feel like even in the other relationships that he connected himself to, he manipulated those relationships too. But boy, I tell you, thank God that this person right here, they are about to turn your frown upside down. You know how sometimes someone can be so far gone into the dark that you think that there's no point of return? Okay? You even think that they even surpass Satan. Well, this is the type of person that you were dealing with. Well, I'm here to tell you through source energy that this person is awakening. This person is having a spiritual awakening to who they are as their true self. The clarifier card of the Kundalini awakening. They're having a spiritual moment. And if you don't know, that the Kundalini is feminine energy, honey. The snake is feminine energy. I feel like in the past that he did not pay attention to the way that you felt. He ignored your cries and he looked at it as a weakness. But now he's the one that's wearing those tears. He's the one that's up late at night crying, not knowing which direction to turn. But he's getting some help from the spiritual realm. It's coming in because he's getting guidance to come back to you. I feel like for some of these divine masculines, they either quit their job or they have a contract with their job or their employment or their business, some type of business that a contract is ending before the summer. This is like a great reunion is what I'm hearing. A great reunion is what Source said. This is a great return and reunion for both of you. This person is not the same person. They're not in that narcissistic energy that they were in. I feel like you were dealing with a narcissist, hands down. This person was straight narcissistic in all of their ways. They would do so much to portray like they were the innocent person and you were the one that was the culprit, that they were the victim. Okay. I think that they're no longer in that victim mentality and they're no longer in that narcissistic behavior because this person has been doing spiritual work. This is the reason why they came out of the carousel, right? They came out of that glass jar. Okay. They came out of that carnival and that shit show that they were in. This man is a man's man. He's a man's now. He's in this energy that he's unfuckwithable. I believe that he has fought so hard to be where he is right now that he'd be damn if he's going to let somebody take his divine his divine feminine away from him and make him effeminate and take away his masculinity by trying to be in direct opposition of this relationship. There has been so many people that have come up against this relationship because the dark energies are not stupid. They've been fighting since you guys been together. They know who you are. It's time for you to know who you are. And I believe the divine feminine, she does. Look at her. She's in her power. She's always been in her power. Even in her weakest moment, she's always stood erect with her head high because she knows in what direction in which her help comes from, and that no dark energy entity or any lower thought form can knock her off her grind, knock her off her mission, because she knows who she walks with and who she walks beside. You see, she doesn't follow anyone. She's right there, being the leader that she is. And that is you, Divine Femme. You are truly a leader. But this card is representing you in ending the chapter with your Divine Masculine. For some of you, you've already ended the relationship and the contact with your Divine Masculine. And this letter or this envelope that is in her hand symbolizes that he has pushed the envelope too far. And so now she has control. She has that envelope in her hand. No, you're not going to push me anymore. I have the power. You see the rose that's in her hand? That is signifying that she has self-love. I'm not about to wait for you to come and love me. I have the rose in my hand. I love myself. There is a constant flux of a coming and going in out of our lives with people. And we are always saying farewell and goodbyes to people, whether it's in a symbolic death or a physical death or, loss of a person in our friendship or loss in romance. She's saying goodbye, farewell. But if you can see on the card, the birds that are flying in the background, this symbolizes a return, a great return of the Divine Masculine in this union. Let's see the clarifier cards that I pulled that are up here at the top. Let's start with the first one. Okay. This card represents the Divine Masculine and him being in retrospection and looking back on the past. You see, he's looking back on the past because he's realizing that he's done some shit. He's done some really messed up stuff to this divine feminine. He's not proud of everything that he's done. He's even in a moment of regret and pain. If only he can turn back the hand of time. And let me tell you how divine this is. Look at this card. Look at this card. And then look at the card on the picture. This is the divine feminine. Is it too late for the divine masculine? Has she really moved on? Look. I feel like sometimes we don't miss our water until the well runs dry. And this is the energy that he's in. He's in that I got to make my way back to her, but I just don't know how yet. But I'm telling you that the way is being made clear because, like I said, you do have the confirmation with my card from my deck, the Kundalini Awakening, with the marionette, with the puppeteer playing with the marionettes. He is awakening to his true divine self. Then you have the soulmates card, okay? He does realize that this is a soulmate connection. He may not call it a twin flame union, okay? You make my life easier. I'm happy you returned to me. They've had many lifetimes together, you see. He's starting to access the Akashic records. Those downloads are starting to come in. And Mr. Divine Masculine is starting to realize that he is incomplete without his queen. See that? Now, can I tell you something that all readers know? And I'm going to let you in on a secret. When you have the queen and the king and they are together and one is looking at the other, it doesn't have to be both of them staring at each other. That means reunion. So for those of you that are on this reading, you're going to have reunion really soon because here's the king and he's looking at the queen. Do you see that? He's looking this way. And if I put this right here and right here, they're looking at each other. And so with that being said, he is now starting to see her self-worth. He is starting to see that she truly is wearing that crown, and she's wearing that crown so gracefully, so effortlessly. It takes no effort for her to be in this energy. She is truly divine. He knows that. He always knew that. But because of his own selfishness and getting what he wanted, it clouded his judgment. He couldn't see straight because he was blinded. And a lot of it has to do with fear, people. Fear of man is what Source Energy said. The problem with this divine masculine and what he had in time past was fear of man, but he has no fear of man anymore because he's let everything go because he loves her. And he doesn't want divine feminine to be a distant memory. No. So guess what? You have the Fool card in this deck. He chose to take a leap of faith. He knows that he's a part of a great work. This is Elohim clarification card. You are part of the 144,000 twin flames. He knows who in the hell he is. He knows she is his divine feminine. He may not call it divine feminine, but he knows she's divine. And that's why plot twists have come on his turf and shook some shit up. Okay? A rude awakening happened for this divine masculine. Because things are not going according to plan in his life for a reason. And the universe is redirecting his ass. Because he was hard-headed. He wasn't listening. You have new beginnings. I can't make this stuff up, you guys. This card can be literal pregnancy or a new beginning. Divine masculine is coming to knock divine feminine back up. Or you guys are going to be birthing something together in all seriousness. And it's going to be this beautiful union. And if you look at this card, you can see that he's outside the gate. This is the divine masculine outside the gate. You got the doves that are coming in, which is my twin flames spirit animal. Matter of fact, his name means dove. His higher self name is Abranama, which means dove. And this is a confirmation even for myself. And if you can see, the divine light is shining. The divine light is shining on this union because God is in it. And if God is in it, you got to be in it too to win it. Because guess what? There is more that are with us than there are that are against us. And if you look at the doves, this represents peace, because this man has not had peace since he's been without his divine feminine. He has had hell, and he has turmoil, and he has had chaos in his damn life. I'm telling you what I know. He may think that he's happy, but he ain't happy. He ain't never been happy. But I tell you something that needs to be done. There needs to be forgiveness, because we have the violet flame. It's time to clear karma and have radical forgiveness. This divine masculine has been hurt for something that he feels in his own mind that the divine feminine has done to hurt him. And so this is another reason why he has kept long and not came back so fast, because he's embarrassed. He doesn't want to look like the fool. But he's not a fool. This divine masculine is very wise. And one thing that this divine masculine has done that has taken him a very long time to get to this place, he has turned his back on his family now. He is no longer involved, and he doesn't deal with his family like he used to, because he realizes that the bond that he has with the feminine is much deeper than a brother and sister bond. It's much deeper than a mother and father bond, and that the two of them are thicker than thieves, and no one can come in between them. And even though he has allowed for family and friends to make offenses towards her, he regrets it. Look at that. That's regret mode. Look at that face. That's guilt, shame. And who is he thinking about? I don't see nobody on that card besides divine feminine. And as you can see, he's the one that's illuminating the light on her. So again, there's going to be a new beginning. This man is taking a leap of faith towards you. Damn, I can't believe he turned his back on his family for you, girl. He's thinking about that good. He wants that. It reminds me of Michael Jackson. Do you remember the time when we fell in love? Do you remember the time when we first met, girl? Woo, that's the energy that divine masculine is in. You know, this is usually, this is another, in this deck, this means a new beginning too. It's like a second Fool's card. Besides, it's much deeper. Okay. And I pulled a clarifier for this one too. The clarifier for this one was family ties, which is the 10 of Cups in my deck. Family ties, love, connections, and dreams coming true. So he realized that his family ties and connections is really with his divine feminine and not his family. And so instead of waiting for his ships to sail in, damn it, he put the damn ship on his back, or as you can see, in feminine energy. Because he's coming back to you in feminine energy. He's not coming back to you in that patriarchal, misogynistic energy that he once had. Yeah. Your divine masculine is the alchemist now. That's the last card that I pulled. All right. You are the 6 elements: air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and the ethers. This man knows himself and has mastered himself so he can make a way back to you. And I'm just still like, damn, he did all of that for you. He gave up his drinking. I feel that your divine masculine used to have an issue with drinking, and he no longer drinks. So when he comes back to you, he's going to come back to you with sobriety. And I feel like for a lot of you divine feminines, you've prayed for this for so long. Last card that I pulled for your clarifier is the yin and the yang, because I pulled one after the other one. And I failed to mention that there is a need to balance the inner union with self, the divine masculine and the divine feminine within, in order for 3D union can happen. So This is what was done. He has bridged the inner male and female, the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And so now he's able to make his way back to you. He is making his way back to you. This is the great awakening. This is the great return. The great reunion is what Source keeps telling me. You guys are going to be back together. And it's going to be very soon. Because like I said, again, I cannot make this shit up. Look, I said that she was going to walk away. She was going to turn a page. But those birds mean that it was going to come back together. Look, this is the clarifier card that I pulled. And all the clarifier cards are here. And of course, I can only get so much up. I could have put more of these things out, but I only have so much room to work with because I am working from my altar. And I do have to be respectful of I have so much of this altar that I can work on. Okay. And the other portion is my deities. Okay. It belongs to them. So, with that being said, I have to only work on my side. But I am so happy for you guys. For those of you that are coming into this union, man, I'm telling you, you had some work on your hands with this divine masculine, but it seems like he has seen the error of his ways. He's coming back to you. He's given up friends and family alike. Some of them have quit jobs. Girl, this man loves you. Although he's been hard-headed and he's been very capricious as a lover, this man has changed for the good. And I'm so glad I was happy to deliver this message to you. All right. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a love donation if you feel inclined to, or you can purchase a gift from my wish list on Amazon and it will appear on the channel. I now wrap you in my love and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.